let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. Since the return of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam 2024, the Bloodline saga has been intensifying week after week. Last week's edition of Friday Night SmackDown featured the reunion of Jimmy and Jey Uso. With that done, the WWE Universe anticipates if Sami Zayn will reunite with the Og Bloodline. Sami Zayn confronted Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw this week, suggesting he stay away. However, the latter blasted off his friend with the words, "You're not family." While Jimmy Uso later agreed to the comment, Jey was seemingly unsure about what he said to the former Intercontinental Champion. In a recent edition of the Busted Open podcast, Bully Ray addressed the situation. He was more interested in how WWE manages Sami Zayn's reaction than in Reigns and the Usos reuniting. The Hall of Famer also added that he wanted to see where Zayn's loyalty lies in the story. The original Tribal Chief has not had a lot of matches in WWE since his loss to Cody Rhodes at the grandest stage of them all. Roman Reigns teamed up with the American Nightmare to defeat Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu at WWE Bad Blood. The Stanford-based company has now made Reigns' next match official. Crown Jewel will feature Roman Reigns and the Usos against the Bloodline in a six-man tag team match. With the fans anticipating some blockbuster action, time will tell what WWE has in store for the match. The WWE Universe has been eagerly waiting to see if Roman Reigns and the Usos will eventually reunite, given the twists and tensions that have developed within the Bloodline. As rumors swirl about a potential family reunion, fans are buzzing with anticipation. However, one WWE Hall of Famer seems far less interested in the high-stakes drama surrounding Reigns and his cousins, and is instead captivated by a different, personal mission within WWE, a project he's been working on tirelessly to create his own lasting legacy. The Hall of Famer? Shawn Michaels, a wrestling legend and current leader of NXT. While the Bloodline storyline is generating headlines and fan interest, Michaels' attention has been laser-focused on NXT's continued success and transformation into WWE's developmental powerhouse. The Heartbreak Kid isn't downplaying the Bloodline's impact on WWE, but he's passionate about creating a strong foundation in NXT, focusing on new talent who can carry the company's torch in the years to come. Michaels' journey with NXT has been a personal and professional mission. As someone who has influenced the WWE roster for decades, Michaels wants to pass on his wealth of knowledge, wrestling skills, and character work to the next generation. With Triple H's transition to the main roster's creative team, Shawn has taken the reins at NXT and is nurturing a new wave of wrestlers who might one day stand shoulder to shoulder with legends like Roman Reigns. In recent interviews, Michaels has been open about his vision for NXT. He's not looking for another developmental territory that simply sends talents up to Raw or SmackDown. Instead, Michaels wants NXT to be a brand that stands on its own, with compelling characters, high-stakes storylines, and technical wrestling that echoes his own dedication to in-ring perfection. In many ways, Michaels is pouring himself into this project with the same fervor he displayed in the ring. Every week, he spends countless hours developing storylines, coaching up-and-coming stars, and brainstorming ways to make NXT the must-watch wrestling show for fans who crave pure wrestling and passionate storytelling. While Roman Reigns and the Usos may have dominated SmackDown and Raw, Michaels sees his NXT roster as the future of WWE. From talents like Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker to rising stars such as Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton, Shawn has meticulously built a team of wrestlers who possess both the in-ring skills and charisma to lead WWE in a new direction. For Michaels, these young talents represent more than just future main roster additions. They embody a legacy that he hopes will define his contribution to WWE long after he's no longer directly involved in the company. Fans of Michaels understand that his focus on NXT goes beyond just a job. It's a deeply personal project for him, almost a redemption story. Michaels has spoken openly about the challenges he faced during his career, from injuries to personal struggles, and he sees mentoring NXT's roster as a chance to pass on the lessons he's learned, helping younger wrestlers avoid some of the pitfalls that plagued his own career. It's about giving them the guidance he wished he'd had and helping them fulfill their potential without facing unnecessary obstacles. The Hall of Famer's dedication to NXT has led him to prioritize it over the bloodline storyline that's sweeping across WWE's main roster. In a candid moment during a recent interview, Michaels was asked about the bloodline saga. His response was both respectful and revealing. Roman, the Usos, Paul Heyman, they're doing incredible work, no doubt about it. But my focus right now is on NXT. I'm proud of what we're building here, and I think we're on the brink of something special. My goal is to help make NXT a place where fans can look and say, that's where legends are born. Michaels has been particularly inspired by the current NXT roster's drive to succeed. Many of these wrestlers are as passionate as he was in his prime, pushing themselves day after day to perfect their craft. Carmelo Hayes, the reigning NXT champion, has earned high praise from Michaels for his tenacity and charisma. Carmelo has that it factor. Michaels shared recently. He's got the kind of star power that doesn't come around often. He reminds me of the fire that young stars had back in the day. Another standout for Michaels has been Braun Breaker, a second-generation wrestler with undeniable power and intensity. Breaker, son of WWE legend Rick Steiner, has an undeniable connection to the fans and has proven himself as a fierce competitor, reminding Michaels of his own intensity in the ring. It's this mix of grit and charisma that makes Breaker a perfect fit for Michaels' vision of NXT. Michaels also sees the potential in NXT's women's division, nurturing stars like Roxanne Perez, who has already made waves with her skills and connection with the fans. To Shawn, Perez represents a new era of female talent that combines athleticism with the ability to tell a compelling story in the ring, qualities that remind him of the great rivalries of his career. Even as the buzz around the Bloodline reunion reaches fever pitch, Michaels remains committed to his mission with NXT. He believes the future of WWE doesn't solely rest on established superstars like Roman Reigns and the Usos. Instead, it depends on the new talents who can bring fresh perspectives, new fighting styles, and a passion that reminds fans of the intensity WWE had during its most celebrated eras. His focus on nurturing NXT's roster, ensuring that each performer reaches their fullest potential, is about creating a lasting legacy, one that will define WWE's next era. With NXT's brand continually growing, Michaels isn't ruling out the idea of a larger, possibly international expansion. There are whispers about NXT Europe launching in the future, and Michaels' leadership in making NXT an attractive brand globally could bring even more visibility and opportunity to WWE's future stars. This would allow NXT to reach an even broader audience, expanding its reputation and making it a true competitor in the wrestling world, no longer seen merely as a developmental brand. Ultimately, the WWE Universe can look forward to a day when NXT graduates stand at the same level as Roman Reigns, the Usos, and other top-tier talent. While the current spotlight might be on the Bloodline, Michaels knows that the future of WWE lies within NXT's walls. His dedication to this mission is unwavering as he continues to invest his heart, soul, and knowledge into a project that he hopes will leave an indelible mark on WWE history.